Imagine waking up tomorrow morning and someone tells you, "Come on, today we're going to build a pyramid." The very first thing you'd probably ask is, "Where's the crane?" Then they say, "We don't have a crane. We don't have a truck either. We don't even have wheels." You'd probably say right then, "I quit." But 4,500 years ago, thousands of people faced that exact same situation, and unlike you, they didn't quit. The result of their work is still standing in the middle of the Egyptian desert today, the Great Pyramid of Giza. A structure that can still leave people speechless even today. But wait, we haven't even talked about the true scale of this story yet. This pyramid isn't just big. It was built from approximately 2.3 million stone blocks to 1,300,000. Just saying that number takes only a few seconds. But moving them, that could have taken decades. Now, get ready, even if you moved only 300 stones every single day. It would still take years to finish, and this is only the beginning of the story. Because the strangest question has not even been asked yet. Where did all these stones come from? Most people would say, well, they brought the stones from a quarry. That's true, but there is one small question. How? Some of these stones weighed several tons. That means they were heavier than an elephant. Now imagine this. You have to move this stone giant for kilometers. And do it across sand. If your suitcase has ever gotten stuck on sand, then you can probably imagine what a nightmare this was. But this is where the Egyptians surprised everyone. They had a very simple trick. No engines, no magic. Only water, yes, water. Archaeologists discovered an ancient drawing. For years, scientists couldn't figure out what this painting meant until they decided to test it themselves. The results surprised everyone. Slightly wet sand reduces friction and makes pulling heavy stones much easier. Sometimes, the greatest mysteries are hidden behind the simplest ideas, but one major problem still remained. How did they get those stones to the top of the pyramid? You might be thinking they must have used a ramp. At first, that sounds reasonable, but that's where everything becomes complicated. If a giant ramp really existed, we should have found its remains by now. But almost no evidence has ever been found. Isn't that strange? So an even bigger question appears. Was the ramp really the answer? Some researchers have another theory. Maybe the ramp wrapped around the pyramid, like a snake slowly climbing upward. Others have a completely different idea. Maybe the ramp was hidden inside the pyramid, in a place that still hasn't been fully discovered. And that's when the story becomes truly exciting, because after thousands of years, no one knows the answer for sure. But one thing we do know, the pyramid wasn't built overnight. Thousands of people, for years, worked on it every single day. Imagine waking up every morning and spending your entire day pushing one stone. Not for one day, not for 1 month, maybe for years of your life. But that's not even the most incredible part of the story. There's an even bigger question. Who fed all those workers? Because hungry people don't build pyramids. Archaeologists discovered enormous bakeries. Thousands of loaves of bread were baked every single day. Huge amounts of meat were consumed too. Which means building the pyramid wasn't just a construction project. It was an entire city working together every single day. Cooks, bakers, stone cutters, rope makers, doctors, and of course, the workers who pulled the stones. Now imagine, the bread doesn't arrive on time. Almost everything would come to a stop, which means the real hero of the story might not have been the person pushing the stones. It might have been the baker who woke up before sunrise, or the doctor who treated the workers' injured hands. That's what makes the pyramids truly amazing, not just the giant stones, but the coordination of thousands of people, and that coordination was the greatest machine of its time. Now let's put all the pieces together. They had no cranes, no engines, no modern machinery, but they had something far more important than all of those: planning, teamwork, and a level of patience that's rare today. Maybe you expected this video to end by saying, aliens built the pyramids, but the truth is, reality is even more incredible than that, because this masterpiece was built by human beings. Just like you and me, the difference is, they were willing to spend years building a dream. Every stone you see in the pyramid is more than just a piece of rock. It's the result of thousands of good decisions. Millions of lifts, pulls, measurements, and starting all over again. Maybe the greatest mystery of the pyramids isn't the pyramids themselves. Maybe the real mystery is the incredible ability of humans to achieve what seems impossible. And maybe that's why, even after about 4,500 years, millions of people still stand in front of this monument and say just one sentence. How did humans build something like this without modern technology?